Hi everyone, welcome to Hands-on DevRel. Today we'll be writing an article that will ultimately end up on the Hedera blog. And what I've done so far is we have a bunch of discussions on Slack, created a Notion page for it, and also a Monday board to track the progress of all of that. So that's the background going into this. Now, what I've done from all of that is to create a very brief 5 main bullet points on what needs to be covered. And from that, I am going to write the article. And to do so, I'll be assisted by 2 different tools, which I've used before. You've seen this in previous videos. I'm going to be using ChatGPT, and then I'll be using Hemingway editor as well. So what is going to be different is that this time I'm going to be using the craft formula or template, if you will, for crafting the ChatGPT prompt, and hopefully that gives me better results. So let's go ahead and do that. So I will be typing here. I'll give it some context. So this is going to be a fairly long Alright, actually let me just type it here, it'll be easier. Alright, so I have just finished writing this article. Well, I should say the prompt for this article using the craft methodology. So that's context, role, action, format, and target audience. Right. So let's take this. Got some formatting issues here because the bullet points won't copy properly into a text field. Alright, so I'm going to copy that prompt and paste that into ChatGPT, the 4.0 model, and here we go, we've got an article. So ChatGPT has it has released a new feature recently which says has an article mode rather than a chat mode. So my prompt is here, and then here is the article. So this is really interesting. It's come up with a table as well. Creator counts using 3 variants. There's key rotation, no, yes, yes. So it's parsed my my text from this set of bullet points, and also taken the hint over here, include tables. So it's done actually what I've intended it to cover. So I'd probably just modify this and say EC recoverability for smart contracts, because that doesn't affect other Hedera use cases, for example, HTS and HCS. So this is specifically for HSCS. So this part I don't like so much because it's sort of just repeating the table. It should really have written this part in prose rather than in bullet points. So perhaps I'll just include the table and delete this entire section. Yeah. And this, like recommended sentences, can be put inside here instead. Okay. Alright, I think this is a fairly good article. I'd like to copy this and modify it myself. Right, so that's in Markdown, which is fine. Right. Let's see what it does in Hemingway. Okay, so now I put this into Hemingway, and I'm going to go through this article in detail over here, and then copy it back over here. What I might do is copy this in this format instead. Copy it like that. Let's see if, yep, that worked better. Okay, this is much better. Alright, then I'm going to copy this and put that into Hemingway. Alright, so there are 13 very hard to read sentences and 6 hard to read sentences, and yeah, a couple of other things to look out for. The readability is grade 10, which is actually quite good. I think maybe what I'd do is aim for a 9 or even an 8. I've managed to get it down to 8 before. So yeah, alright, I will continue working on this. Alright, so I have gone over this multiple times and now got it down to 0 hard or very hard to read sentences, and got rid of at least half of the weakening and simpler alternative words. So now I can copy that article over, and I think I will also get rid of the prompt since I don't really need the team to review my prompt. Alright, let's get rid of this above the table because the table didn't work in Hemingway. Okay, so that's that article is looking pretty good for a first draft, and I think I will leave it at this for now, and I'll ask the team for a review. Okay, that's all. I'm pretty happy with converting this. So yeah, in summary, I've converted a summary set of bullet points. I then created a prompt in the craft format, content, role, action, format, and target audience, and then got ChatGPT to spit out this article, copied that over into Hemingway editor and simplified the language, made some corrections, etc., and we've ended up with a pretty solid first draft. Alright, that's all. Ciao.